Welcome back to the Infinity Travel AZ Studios. Today I have Tiffany from Azamara Cruises. Welcome, Tiffany.
Thank you. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining me. Today, Tiffany is going to give us a little overview of Azamara Cruises and what makes them different from other cruise lines. And go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cindy. And yes, I'm Tiffany. I'm with Azamara. I basically represent the Southwest, so all of Southern California, Arizona, Nevada, and Hawaii. And I work with amazing travel partners like Cindy, and we really couldn't do it without our travel partners. And just do always want to encourage you to book with a travel advisor. And Cindy has so much experience in the business and can really offer her expertise and knowledge. And you're always going to get some extra kind of benefits, monetary benefit when you do book with Cindy. But also on top of that, her professionalism and her knowledge, like I said. So you always definitely want to book with Cindy to get the best value and to get the best experience as well. So with Azamara, we are the boutique cruise line within the Royal Caribbean group. So you may not have heard of Azamara. We're kind of the hidden gem in the cruise industry. We don't do a lot of mass marketing, so we're not really a household name, but we are definitely something very special within the cruise industry. And take the next about 10 to 15 minutes to show you why, and hopefully you will come and experience Azamara for yourself. So before I dive into who we are exactly, I just kind of want to touch on the elephant in the room of obviously where you are experiencing COVID right now. So we are currently suspended until March, April, and May. We do have a rollout for our 3 ships that we have, small but mighty fleets. We'll get into that in just a minute, but yeah, we are planning on resuming sailing starting March 20th with the Quest, and then April 9th with the Journey, and then May 9th on the Pursuit. And if you'd ever like an update on what's going on with our suspension, then you can always go to that website or just Google it. But we have been working with our Healthy Sail panel to get a healthy return to sailing. Obviously, healthy sailing and safety of our guests and our crew is of our utmost priority. And we've had a Healthy Sail panel working tirelessly this year to create the protocols that we will then abide by, basically. We are currently working with the CDC to really nail those down. They basically presented 74 different protocols from pre-cruise, during cruise, and post-cruise as to what that would look like. But they are still in the process of working all the details out with the CDC. But these are the 5 points of 5 areas that we are focusing on that those 74 protocols fall under. I don't have all the details yet, but I do know that some will just be temporary during the pandemic until hopefully we get through to the other side. And then some will actually stay because some of them are actually really great ideas, like the air filtering system. We're investing lots of money into that. So we're going to keep it and have some fresh air on board, good air on board. So stay tuned, basically, is what I'm going to say here. All right, now back to the good stuff. So those are our 3 beautiful ships. They are from the Renaissance Cruise Line, if you're familiar with the Renaissance Cruise Line from the early 2000s. So they are a little bit older ships, but they are very well maintained and updated. And just a couple years ago, they were reimagined, and you'll see some pictures of what that looks like just a bit. But like I said, small but mighty fleets, 3 ships, but they cover the entire world, all 7 continents. So they are busy ladies.
Yeah.
They carry, I'm sorry, Cindy?
I said, yes, they are.
Yes. Always on the move. They don't stay in one place for too long. And they carry 700 guests. So not too big, not too small, which I think is great, especially right now with everything going on. So so lots of opportunity to explore the world with Azamara and seeing different places. But what we really focus on is destination immersion, which I will touch on just a minute. But we are country club casual at all times, so no formal nights, so no jackets or ties or dresses or stilettos are ever required. You're more than welcome to dress up if you want to, but we never enforce it. So always relaxed environment, atmosphere on board, country club casual. What else do I want to say? We call our ships boutique hotels at sea. Because we spend so much time in port, which you'll see, we really are just like a floating hotel taking you from place to place. So 700 guests, 400 crew, boutique hotels at sea, all identical as well. So as I was saying, destination immersion, that is our main focus. We're all about connecting people to people, people with other cultures, allowing them to explore and experience these amazing destinations that we go to. So destination immersion, what does that fancy phrase mean? Basically more time in port. So we slow things down. We offer more late nights, more overnights. Sometimes we spend 3 days in port, giving you 2 nights to really, 2 days to explore. And why is that important? Well, because these amazing destinations, they come to life, right? So maybe not come to life. I don't want to say that they're not alive during the day, but they transform at night. They become a completely different experience when the sun sets, the lights come on, the music starts playing, everyone's out for a good time. The other cruise ships are out, they are gone, the locals are out, and you really get to experience the local flavor in the evening and get to see what the locals are like, what the life is truly like. So you get that local flavor at night. And it also just slows things down so you can go on your shore excursion during the day, you can come back, you can take a nap, you could take a shower and get ready and go out for the evening and have a totally different experience at night as well. And along the lines of destination immersion, it's not just the time in port, it's also the ports that we go to. Because of our small ship size, we're able to go to smaller, hidden gem, off the beaten path kind of ports that you may not have even heard of. So really giving you that true local flavor and experiencing everything that amazing destination has to offer, besides just the big marquee ports that we all know and love. And also in those big ports where some of the bigger ships have to dock far out and you have to travel 1 to 2 hours into town, we're able to go right into the heart of town and dock there because of our small ship size. We also focus on country intensive voyages, which I'll touch on as well. So who cruises with us? Who travels with us? Well, it's going to be retired. They're mainly retired, 55 plus, average age 63, 64, but we do get young professionals on board. We do get families on board, especially during the summer in Europe. But we have 3 main categories of travelers that we get a lot of crossover from. So maybe you'll fit into this, and that might show you that you're a good fit for Azamara, because I know not everyone maybe is a great fit for Azamara. I'd like to think so, but really it's about finding the cruise line that's right for you, and maybe that's Azamara. So premium cruisers, we get a lot of premium cruisers that have maybe sailed on Celebrity, my sister brand, or Holland America, and they're looking for something smaller, a smaller ship, more intimate, friendly customer service, guest service on board, more time in port where things are slowed down. So that fits you, maybe you're a good fit. Also river cruisers. Why do river cruisers take a river cruise? So that they can be immersed in that destination, right? So they're walking right off the ship into that destination and having lots of time in port, where almost every day is going to be a port day. Same thing with us. We're about as close to a river cruise experience that you can get on an ocean ship. And then your third group is also going to be your the land lovers out there, first-time cruisers. Actually, we get a lot of first-time cruisers, but well-traveled first-time cruisers that have done a lot of traveling by land, but maybe you're getting tired of schlepping the luggage all over. Maybe you don't want to sit in a car or a bus all day, and want to let us take you from place to place. Let us be your floating hotel where you still get all that time in port. You can get those overnights, but you have the convenience and the cost factor as well. For example, Japan is expensive, to put it bluntly. So to do a 14-day land vacation in Japan, it wouldn't even compare to what you can do on a cruise. And it's also hard to navigate Japan on land if you don't speak Japanese. Greece is obviously so much easier to do on a ship where you're able to easily island hop. The coast of Brazil, where it was hard to reach ports on the coast. Again, easier to do by ship.
Definitely.
So just to give you an idea of what kind of travelers we get on board. So hopefully that gives you an idea. So being an upper premium cruise line, we are somewhat inclusive. So we do include, and we do include drinks. Not all drinks, but alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So your standard spirits, select beers, house wines, and all non-alcoholic items. And this is anytime, anywhere around the ship. So it's not just a dedicated time or a dedicated venue. It's basically any venue that is open around the ship. And if you are familiar with Azamara, we do have Azamazing Evenings, which are cultural, unique events one time every cruise. Most cruises, I should say. With COVID, we're not sure what that's going to look like just yet. So stay tuned for our Azamazing Evenings, but we do hope to bring those back as soon as we can. And then when you get into the higher cabin categories, you're going to get more inclusive with more internet, or I should say internets. Regular cabins do not include Wi-Fi, but then when you get into Veranda Plus or suites, then you will get some internet, some laundry. Suites get butler service, and then our top suites get $300 of onboard credit per person. So going into my favorite part about Azamara is our country intensive voyages, or just any of our itineraries. Really, this is where we really shine, and this is what really makes us unique, is offering more time in port, more late nights, more overnights, and going to unique ports as well. So this is our France intensive and our Spain intensive. We are actually turning around in Bordeaux. We actually dock in the heart of Bordeaux, right next to the riverboats. You don't see many ocean ships even getting into Bordeaux, but there are no other ocean cruise ships turning around in Bordeaux. So this is definitely a unique thing that we do in the industry. And I just want to point out, for the France intensive, you can see only 2 sea days out of 10 nights. You have 2 full days in Paris, and we do dock in Roanne, which is closer than Le Havre. Le Havre is the normal port that ships have to dock in to get to Paris. So we're only about an hour and a half away from Paris. You can even take an overnight bag and stay in Paris for the night and have 2 full days in Paris. We dock in the heart of Nantes as well, and then we end with an overnight in Bordeaux. We arrive early morning, and you have that full day and night until the next morning for disembarkation. Sadly, you'll have to leave, or you can stay on board and do a back-to-back and do our Spain intensive, which is out of Bordeaux. Ending in Barcelona, the one thing I do want to point out is that bottom left picture of our ship barely squeezing through that bridge. That is a picture of our ship going up the Guadalquivir River into the heart of Seville. If you're familiar with Seville versus Cadiz, you would know that most ships have to dock in Cadiz and then transfer anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours into Seville by bus. So you're spending almost half your day sitting on a bus. That's no fun. No one wants to do that. So we take you into the heart of Seville. And as you can see, we're probably about as big of a ship that you can get up the river. And we dock in the heart of Seville, and we're there for 2 days and an overnight. Some of our itineraries actually have 3 full days and 2 overnights in Seville. So that's our France and Spain intensive. Then we're moving north into the Baltic area. And this is a beautiful Baltic itinerary, 12 nights from Copenhagen to Stockholm. You have 5 overnights, an overnight in Gdansk, an overnight in Helsinki, ending with an overnight in Stockholm. Really the main highlight, the true gem of this itinerary is, of course, St. Petersburg. And we actually, just like we do in Seville, we go up the river and we dock in the heart of St. Petersburg, right next to the Hermitage. So bringing our guests right there into the heart of town, where you can step off the ship and be right there in the heart of the action, instead of being out in the naval dockyard where the other ships have to dock and have to take a 2-hour bus ride into town. No one wants to do that. So as you can see here, right in the heart of city center. And we're there for 3 days, 2 overnight. So you even have time to take the bullet train into Moscow
Oh, wow.
and check Moscow off your list as well. Yeah, plenty of time to go to Moscow, come back, and even see St. Petersburg. It's ambitious, but it's possible. You can do it.
That's great.
We are actually open till April of 2023. So if you're looking a little bit further out, if you're a little hesitant about 21, which is understandable right now, you can look at all of 22 and into early 23. And I just want to highlight a couple itineraries here. So we have our Egypt and Israel intensive. This is an amazing area of the world, so much history, religion, culture, architecture, food. Always about the food.
Good
Cindy, I
food.
think you could appreciate you specialize in culinary, so you and I were on the same page there.
Yes.
But we get a lot of requests for having Egypt and Israel together in one cruise. So this is both of them. You have 2 full days in Egypt, and then you have 4 days in Israel. You have
Oh, wow.
full days in Ashdod and 2 full days in Haifa. Yeah, so so much to see and do in the Holy Land. So really giving you time to see all the religious sites, but then also seeing all the natural sites like the Dead Sea and floating on that super salty water and having that experience as well, and just enjoying the local flavor. I did want to highlight one more here. I know we're kind of pushing time, but this one is special because we specially curated this itinerary for the World Cup in 2022. So we will be going to Doha for 3 full days. So we're going to be there on the first day, on opening day of the World Cup. So if you're a sports fanatic or a soccer fan, you definitely want to check this one out. We do specially curate other voyages for other world events, such as Carnival. We're in Rio for 3 days, 2 nights for Carnival. We go to the military tattoo in Edinburgh. We go to the Grand Prix in Monte Carlo. So really trying to make it cost effective and convenient to experience these bucket list events. And as you can see on this itinerary, we have overnights in every single port. So really giving you time to explore this truly fascinating area of the world.
Wow.
All right. So just want to kind of show you our ships. As I said, we completely reimagined them a couple years ago. So they're beautiful, modern, contemporary, sleek, but we still retain parts of the Renaissance look, that classic look, like you can see on the railing there. But just gorgeous colors.
It's beautiful.
This is our specialty dining, and it's our Prime C Steakhouse, and we also have Aquilina Italian, $30 per person. Otherwise, complimentary for our suite guests. So if you're in a suite guest, you could have dinner in those restaurants every night. This is our veranda stateroom. All of our staterooms were redone as well. It's our Club Continent suite. This is our entry-level suite, 260 square foot inside space, and then plus 60 square foot veranda, and then a really nice bathroom, lots of space. You get a butler, you get internet, the unlimited specialty dining, you get some laundry, but you get that shower tub combo, or you could choose a walk-in shower either. So half of them have the shower tub, and then the other half have a walk-in shower.
And that's your entry level?
That's our entry level. Yep, Club Continent suite.
So are all of your suites veranda?
Yes, all of our suites have a veranda.
Nice.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we have our inside cabins and ocean view cabins, but then veranda and above all come with a veranda.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
And the top suites are at either the front or the back of the ship. I love the ones in the back of the ship because you get that aft view and you see the wake, and you just have that direct looking at the ocean out of your balcony. And they're huge wraparound. There's only 2 on each side, so you get literally half of the back of the ship for your veranda. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, really nice. This is our family on board, our Heart, our Solar crew, our captains, hotel directors, and cruise directors. Just create such an amazing culture on board for not just for our crew, but for our guests as well, where you truly become part of the Azamara family as soon as you step on board. We get guests that come on board for the first time because of our itineraries, because of all the time and port that we offer. or small ship size. But then once they come on board and they experience experience our crew, and they become a part of the family, that's what brings them back time and time again. They have Facebook followings as well, so they will actually connect with our guests on Facebook, and they will continue that interaction even off the ship, which you don't really find that with other cruise lines. So this is really special. The captains, you'll see the captains walking around the ship. They'll be happy to sit down and have coffee, have lunch, answer any questions. They're really engaging. They're present. They're there. They're approachable, which you really don't find on other cruise lines. But yeah, we do get a lot of feedback about the friendliness of our crew. That's probably the main feedback we get of the onboard experience. Just like, how do you get your crew so friendly and so happy? We keep them happy. That's part of our culture, just being an Azamara family. So why Azamara? Longer stays, more overnights, night touring, destination immersion, taking you to places that other cruise lines don't go to and giving you that time to really explore. We actually launched our wave promotion last week.
Already, okay.
Yeah, already. So we're ahead of the game. So wave is in full swing for Azamara. And this is actually lasting until March 31st. So plenty of time to take advantage.
Yes.
Saving up to 40%, anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40%, depending on the sailing and the stateroom. And we're also offering free unlimited Wi-Fi. It's one package, but you can sign on and off, and on the different devices. And this is for ocean views and above. And it's for most sailing dates. There's only a handful of blackout dates, so it's not just maybe like 10 sailings. It's a lot of sailings until May of 2022. So over a year of sailings to choose from to look at. Nice. And if we have anyone cruising solo these days, I know it's really becoming a popular thing to just go out and go on your own and explore. We are fantastic for solos. We have, just because of the vibe on board, a lot of interaction on board, you can easily meet other people. But we also make it financially easy as well. We have 70 sailings offering anywhere from 125 to 175% single supplement from April all the way to March of 22. Normally these are only like for close-in sailings, but you can plan ahead and get a really good deal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really good deal. So, and I just do want to point out, we do have our Cruise with Confidence. We've had this pretty much since the beginning of COVID. We did extend it until the end of January of 21. Basically, it's an insurance policy basically for you, where you can cancel up to 48 hours before sailing and get 100% FCC. And you can cancel for any reason. It doesn't have to be COVID related. It could just be like you just changed your mind or whatever. And we also have our best price guarantee, where before final payment, just like the good old days, you can always refare up to final payment. But now after final payment, we will give you an onboard credit for the difference in rates. So if the rates come down after final payment, you'll get an onboard credit for that difference. And this is for all sailings through April 30th of 2022, as long as they're booked by the end of January. Wow. And that is it for me. So I know I threw a lot of information at you, Cindy. So if you have any questions or you wanted me to clarify anything.
I did want to ask you about, and I can't remember the name. I feel so bad. The special evenings that you have on board.
Oh, the As Amazing Evenings, yeah.
Yes. So when I was taking the training a couple of years ago, I think that could be like going off ship to a local museum or place and having dinner. Is that right? Tell me a little more about.
Yeah, absolutely. Our As Amazing Evenings are definitely the highlight of the cruise, and they are complimentary. They are included with the cruise fare, and there's always one for every cruise, 7 days or longer. So most of our cruises. So for example, in Ephesus, we go into Ephesus in the evening. They're always an evening event because of our time in port. So we bus the entire ship of 700 guests. The entire ship is welcome, of course, to come. We go to Ephesus. Normally Ephesus is closed to the public in the evening. We have exclusive access into the ruins, give our guests some time to explore. And then we come to that ancient Roman theater, and we have a private orchestra of, I think it's about 12 musicians, and they do a private concert under the stars in the middle of Ephesus exclusively for our ship. So that's one example, which I absolutely love, because that's pretty exclusive and pretty special.
Yeah.
Another one is when we go to Livorno, which is Livorno, Italy, your gateway into Pisa, Florence, and Tuscany. We bus the entire ship into Livorno to the Goldoni Theater, which is a beautiful classic Italian opera house that I'm sure you can easily imagine. And we have a private cocktail and hors d'oeuvre reception for our guests. And then we bring them into the theater, and we have an exclusive performance of 3 tenors or maybe sopranos, but some sort of private operatic performance exclusively for our ship guest. So that's another one of my favorites as well. But yeah, we try to find something unique, something that's you can't Google, basically, that you can't find with anyone else, and something that will be unique for our guests, something special.
Yeah, I thought that when like I said, when I was doing the training, I thought that was really a nice touch.
Yes.
The nice touches that are special and that you can't get anywhere else. Those are always so wonderful.
Yeah, they're pretty special. But with COVID, I just do want to kind of preface it that I'm not sure what they will look like in the near future, but hopefully once we're on the other side of this, we will be rolling them back out again. But we will have some sort of cultural event, whether it's on board or off the ship, but something where we can still have that social distance and be safe.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't think of really anything else that I would want to ask you. I probably have a million things after I watch this back, but it is a lot, but it's nice because it's recorded and we can watch it several times. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I would just say thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. It refreshed my memory from when I took the training. And are you still part of the Virtuoso Voyages host program?
We have hosted voyages where we have a host on board. You get an exclusive shore excursion and a private cocktail reception as well. And then we also have our amenity dates as well that are outside of the hosted dates. We have amenity dates where there's an onboard credit that is added. So I know that's for 21. I think they're still looking at 22, but it should be the same. But yeah, so like I said in the beginning, there's always going to be an extra perk for your clients by booking for you for Virtuoso. And if there isn't a Virtuoso amenity or something, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to add a gift as a thank you.
Oh, well, that's great. I am a Virtuoso host, so I shall have to look at your availability because I want to sail on you.
Awesome. Would love to have you on board for sure.
It would be fun for sure. All right, then I guess we'll wrap it up. Again, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. And yes, happy holidays. And please reach out if you ever have any questions.
Absolutely will. Have a great rest of your day, Tiffany.
Thank you. You too. Bye now, Cindy.
Thank you. Bye.